Stars, industry leaders, the press and public turned out for the premiere of The Hallelujah Trail, starring Burt Lancaster, Lee Remick, Jim Hutton, and Pamela Tiffin. This is quite a picture, a spoof on the Old West. There's Rose Marie taking a break from her duties on the Dick Van Dyke Show with Barry Sullivan, and that's Carl Reiner. The director-producer of Hallelujah Trail, John Sturgis. He's done many an outdoor drama, but he changed pace for this comedy western. Actress Lee Remick also did a turnabout for her role, from an alcoholic in Days of Wine and Roses to the leader of a band of temperance ladies in Hallelujah Trail. Miss Remick, a wagon load of whiskey, and Burt Lancaster as a cavalry officer are the central figures. Columnist Army Archerd interviews the star, who's taken his first excursion into comedy for this film. The big special event at tonight's premiere is to be a huge Western-style circus tent party. Glenn Ford and Catherine Hayes, along with Anne Francis, are among the Hollywood notables heading for the big tent right after the premiere. Art Linkletter, who specializes in the funny side of life, comes to see this very funny movie. Sal Mineo and his date came to see the spoof of this 86 proof. The attractive Pamela Tiffin co-stars in Hallelujah Trail as Lancaster's daughter and one of the avid disciples of the temperance movement in the battle against booze. The celebration has a good kickoff tonight, and they're hoping for a touchdown with a giant tent party, a surprise anniversary cake, and Bobby Darin with mustache. The movie's over, and Edith Head, who designed the costumes for Hallelujah Trail, and actor-singer James Darin blaze a trail for its time to head towards the big party. No riding horses for the audience. They have to walk, but it's only a few feet for them to be fed along the Hallelujah Trail. Not the Wild West, but a Hollywood parking lot. Having just witnessed a wild, partial study of how the West was almost lost, the tent is one of those you'd see at a three-ring circus. One of the most unusual settings for a premiere celebration, completely catered with some 120 waiters, waitresses, and special workforce. United Artists didn't spare the horses on this hoedown, but how about this? The Manny Harmon Orchestra, a top society band dressed as refugees from the Wild West. The movie shows a rear view of the Old West. The Indians are shiftless, the whites are witless, and the cavalry a bunch of incompetents. Lee Remick and her band of temperance ladies surely had some influence in these signs. John Barleycorn has no place at this party. With 20 wagon loads of whiskey and champagne, the cavalry had its hands full in the film. The unique decor puts everyone in a happy mood, even though Colonel Lancaster had a rough time with the hard liquor movement. Actress Polly Bergen and a host of celebrities were put to work on a prearranged stunt. Now, they're pulling a surprise package for an entertainer that has set an enviable record. For another clue? The man to be honored is not connected with the movie. The whole idea here is to honor an unusual man. Ed Sullivan, 17 years with his network television show is a feat unparalleled in show business. Ed Sullivan, a pioneer in the true sense of the word. Incidentally, caterers at the Hallelujah Trail party, where all this is taking place, served some 1,200 complete Western barbecued meals for stars and guests that night. The tent took 30 men a full 8 hours to put up, and took them just about that long to get it down again when they were all through. It covered 1.5 parking lots, 17,000 square feet of space, with the tent itself being 80 feet wide and 230 feet long. That's a lot of tent and a lot of space. Now, that swinging squaw is not really on the warpath, but there is firewater on the premises. What happened to the anti-booze crusade? Kegs of poison, as the temperance ladies call it. Now, this could be the jerk or a tribal dance. David Hedison of its The Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea on TV, and actress Chris Noel. But they don't teach this down on the reservation. Although it could be a ring dance, maybe it is. This movement figures, though. There's a chaotic collision on the lone prairie of Hallelujah Trail. Now, that's Sue Ann Langdon. She's joining the merrymaking. And amidst the din and hubbub, someplace on the sidelines were the other leading players from the movie. That's the way it was along the Hallelujah Trail.